Yes, my name is J. Monroe Johnson. Welcome to Perfect Word Media, Spiritual Grandpa Live 100. I want to explain a couple of things. When they came for the $5 million against my mother, Miss Eugenia, you have defamers using defamation to steal $5 million. And then they destroyed $10 million as revenge for Miss Eugenia stopping them. Now, I know that may sound complicated, but when you break that down and you realize it's real simple. You can break anything down to a very simple understanding. They called my mother a dangerous defamer when they knew they were lying against her. They are the dangerous defamers, and they rendered her unable to ever be licensed with the FDIC. She owned 23 finance offices, had 3,500 finance customers, and employed 36 full-time employees, 5 counties, 23 offices. And with one lie, calling her a liar, saying she had damaged an attorney's son in the amount of $5 million. They wanted to take $5 million, and then they sabotaged $10 million, and they wanted her to never be licensed again. Now here's number 2. Alabama law enforcement repeatedly protected and assisted a banker robbing another banker using sabotage to force unjust foreclosure. Now, I know that may sound complicated. Break it down. I had an astrophysicist tell me you can break anything down to ABC, 1, 2, 3. Just break it down and you can understand anything. I don't care if it's quantum physics. I don't care what it is. Statistics, anything. You break it down. Calculus, advanced calculus. That's how I made such good grades in college. I just broke it down to where I could understand it. Again, number 1, defamers, that's the judges and the lawyers and the crooked jury and the crooked corporate executives, Charter, Spectrum Cable, that provided illegal, less than honest testimony against Miss Eugenia to get a jury tampered verdict and an illegal, unconstitutional verdict against my mother that was overturned in the Supreme Court. They call us liars now. No, the Supreme Court sided with us and against them. They call us liars that we lied against them in federal court. No, U.S. District Court judge rendered all of us, that's Miss Eugenia, myself, J. Monroe Johnson, and Brother Chapel, as United States trustworthy witnesses. What's the time on that?
2:42.
2:42. Look at that. Look at that power punch in less than 3 minutes. Again, here's number 2. Let's go over number 1 again. Defamers used defamation to steal $5 million from an innocent American white female tax-paying civilian. They then destroyed $10 million. That's when they held up her license 9 months because she appealed that to the Supreme Court. And they did it as revenge for being stopped. They haven't stopped. They just keep coming back for more. Now they're trying to steal $1 million property. And now here you have this. Number 2, Alabama law enforcement. If you have any questions about this, you contact us. My cell phone is 256-572-2385 or stop in. The address is 10745 U.S. Highway 431, South Albertville, Alabama 35950 USA. Stop in anytime. Stop at the gate at the Monroe compound and text me. Rick Joe will meet you out there at the gate.
Absolutely.
Anytime. Any questions whatsoever. So number 2, and we'll close it out. Alabama law enforcement. This is the Attorney General, the District Attorney, now the Sheriff specifically. Alabama law enforcement repeatedly protected and assisted a banker, Margaret Lacey and Chris Bailey, Margaret Lacey of Cadence Bank, Chris Bailey of Liberty Bank, in robbing another banker. That's Miss Eugenia. She still owns a finance company. She financed cars. She was doing small loans when she had the Federal Credit Finance Corporation. Now she has First Credit Auto, a division of First Credit Incorporated. Okay? It's the same corporation, and it's doing business as First Credit Inc. was created because they bankrupted Federal Credit Inc. Okay? She's still a finance company. And Margaret Lacey has attacked her twice. Once when the Supreme Court ruling came out, she gave away Eugenia's $40,000, trying to force Eugenia into unjust forced bank foreclosure because Margaret held the first mortgage on Eugenia's $1 million prime commercial real property. Okay, now she's returned with the sheriff. She did that with the district attorney's office. She's now returned with the sheriff. That's where we're saying Alabama law enforcement repeatedly protected and assisted a banker, Margaret Lacey, in robbing another banker, Miss Eugenia, using sabotage to force unjust foreclosure. They sabotaged a $150,000 Liberty Bank mortgage with lies saying Miss Eugenia was late on her mortgage with Margaret. Margaret lied. Eugenia's never been late on a mortgage payment on anything in her life. We've never even had a speeding ticket, and we've lived in Marshall County for 24 years. Most people that claim legal discrimination and police brutality, they have a long history of having run-ins with the law. We've been there 24 years for God's sakes, and never even had a speeding ticket. Not that stuck. I had one that was exonerated after a safety course, and the other was a verbal warning. Folks, please help us. Marshall County's crooked. This abuse led to the death of a World War II, war-disabled, war hero, and high priest for the Melchizedek priesthood for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. He's also, and I speak of him in present tense because they didn't kill his spirit. If you go to kill the king, which is the Kaiser, that's emperor in Germany. I'm an American, but I'm also a German American. We're from Berlin, Germany. My family is. We're very proud of our heritage. We're not Nazis. We've been called everything. People have asked if the compound was some kind of a neo-Nazi organization. No, we are good faith Christians, and we are good patriots. We're American patriots. And we have been absolutely attacked and nearly bludgeoned to death by Marshall County. Arrogant, corrupt officialdom. Like, share, and subscribe. Get us some help. Just justice for Miss Eugenia. Any statements, any questions?
Yeah, I just want to let you know that everything this man says is true to the gospel. And like I said, Marshall County is crookeder than a candy cane.
It's all in court records, folks. We got a Supreme Court backing us. We got
proof.
2 federal judges backing us. U.S. District Court Judge Anne Marie Carney Axon deemed us United States trustworthy witnesses. And you've got Brian Turner that said this case is historic. He's a U.S. District Judge at the Hugo L. Black Federal Courthouse as well. What's historic? Well, look it up. It's important to history, or it possesses the potential to be important to history. This is a gender-based hate crime. Men, misogynistic maniacs, attacking a female because they don't believe she's worthy of the money she's earned.
So if you know of a federal attorney or anything like that that can help us, please call us. Please let us know something. Text us, email us. Just let us know who he is or who he or she is, and just help us like that. We need your help. Know your rights, Alabama.